So today we're doing a deep dive into a really fascinating blueprint from the book of Joshua, specifically chapter 21, verses 8 through 26.
Right, and on the surface, it looks like just an administrative list, a division of land.
Exactly. But hidden inside is this powerful lesson about sacrifice, and it all centers on one of Israel's great heroes, Caleb.
Our mission then is to, well, first trace that organized structure for the Levites, but then really zero in on the key verses that show Caleb's act of devotion. It really redefines what it means to offer your best.
Okay, so let's start with the logistics. The tribe of Levi was set apart for spiritual duties, so they didn't get a big piece of land like the other tribes. How did that work?
Well, the plan was, frankly, divine and meticulous. The command from God through Moses was for Israel to give the Levite cities and their pasture lands by lot.
So they were scattered throughout the nation.
Exactly. It ensured they could live and serve across the entire territory. It was all part of a very specific plan.
So how did that breakdown actually look? I mean, for the different priestly groups, we don't need every single city name, but what was the framework?
It was very carefully segmented. So first you have the descendants of Aaron, the high priests. They received 13 cities from the tribes of Judah, Simeon, and Benjamin. And
Hebron was one of those, right?
Hebron was key among them, yes.
Yeah.
It was a city of refuge. For anyone listening who might not know, a city of refuge was a designated place of asylum.
A safe place.
A safe place, right. Somewhere a person who accidentally caused a death could flee for protection from vengeance.
Okay, so that covers the priests. What about the other Levites?
The rest of the Kohathites, another major clan, they received 10 cities from tribes like Ephraim and Dan. Shechem was one of theirs, another important city of refuge.
So the whole system was designed to have spiritual guidance and justice physically accessible everywhere.
That's the idea. It's not about numbers. It's about strategic spiritual placement.
That makes perfect sense organizationally. But I want to zero in on Hebron, like you said. We have to look at verses 11 and 12, because before it was a Levitical city. This was Caleb's prize.
And you really have to stop and think about the weight of that conquest for a second. Caleb had to personally fight for Hebron.
This was no easy task.
Not at all. I mean, this was Kiryat Arba, a major fortress held by the Anakim. These were the giants that the other spies feared so much. Caleb earned this land. He bled for it.
So that's the real tension here, isn't it? If Caleb physically conquered and earned that land, doesn't the command to just give the city away feel like a profound challenge to that idea of merit?
That is the core insight here. It's so powerful. You see, the text says Caleb was allowed to keep the outlying fields and villages as his own possession.
So he got to keep something.
He did. But the city of Hebron itself, the strategic prize, the fortified city he had conquered.
Best part.
The best part, exactly. That was given to the priests to serve the Lord's purpose. It shows that true worship is about offering our best and offering it joyfully.
He wasn't clinging to what he thought was his. He just let go of the prize.
He let it go willingly. He offered the very symbol of his greatest achievement for God's greater purpose. And that kind of action can only come from one place, recognizing that everything you have, everything you've earned, actually comes from God to begin with.
So to recap, we've seen this Levitical allocation was detailed and incredibly purposeful. But the real lesson, the thing that sticks with you, is Caleb's action.
Yes, his willingness to surrender a prized, hard-won possession for a higher kingdom purpose.
Which leaves you with a really provocative thought.
It does, if we truly recognize, as Caleb did, that everything we have is ultimately a gift from God. How does that change the decision of what we choose to bring back to him joyfully today? What are the Hebrons in our own lives that we feel we've earned and hold on to so tightly?